This is not good. Despair is only growing this season, and while a lot of people are praising it, I for one am not praising the despair. I am praising the writing though, and I am praising that it really does put the suspense back on with a lot of people who were disappointed in Volume 5. Note, I was not. But what I'm trying to say is, this is Rwby, Volume 6, Episode 4. And once again I repeat myself, the despair is so great right now that I have a very big feeling Volume 6 is not gonna end well. Which, by the way, I'm not gonna like, but I'm gonna be the only one. Anyway, and the Angry Anime Fan here to bring you the summary and some quick thoughts on it. Of course, everybody is not happy having heard this. Instead of feeling sympathy towards Ozpin, they immediately starts to gross him. As Rwby asks the question if he really does have a plan to defeat Salem. And for the first time ever, although it's in Oscar's body, for the first time ever, Ozpin sheds tears. As he mentions, no, he does not. And for the first time ever, Crow punches Ozpin. Having for the first time ever, well, now I said that 3 times. But that's just how to show you just how serious this episode was. Crow has now lost faith in Ozpin. It was anyone who was unquestionably loyal to Ozpin, it was Crow. When Raven lost faith, when Ironwood started doubting him, and even when Galinda didn't know when to take action, Crow was always the one who unquestionably did the loyalty of Ozpin. But now that loyalty has shattered. As he says, one of the reasons why he always was loyal to Ozpin is that no one accepted him except Ozpin, and perhaps his team. There has been some mildly hints that Crow misses the team he had a long time ago. Those were his friends, his family, but they all parted in very bad terms. So, and he was from an assassin guild and stuff like that. So, not assassin guild, an assassin clan or whatever, bandit clan. So of course no one would accept him, except Ozpin. And Crow believed he would do something good in his life. But now he believes everything he has been living is a lie. Ashamed of all of this, Ozpin shields himself inside Oscar's mind, which of course Yang do not like. But the one who breaks the tension is none other than Maria, the old lady, who also has been seeing the truth. And she actually points out the very truth here. They are spewing negativity. And the grim will come soon, and this will be dark, and it is cold. So they have to get a grip. Then the scene switches to the Salem faction, where they return to her castle. They're greeted by Tyrion for the first time in a while. And he is more unstable than ever, but he also mentions that they are screwed, seeing that they now disappointed their queen. And also, we see Salem, this time with her true personality, the cold, low empathy, the one who is completely detached from humanity, as she chews on with a cold voice of it all, who is fault. The guy, wait a minute, Hazel, is willing to take the blame, but Emerald, not wanting him to be killed, says it was in the end the fault of, well, you know who. So Cinder. And Salem reveals she actually knows Cinder is alive. However, she's not gonna welcome her back until she has cleared her failure, which is redeeming him, and that is killing the rest of the crew. And it's true. This was her fault. Her arrogance costed everything. And Dr. Arthur did point out, throwing all of this was, they could just have simply avoided this, but Cinder's arrogance costed everything. And it's during this time that Salem says the very famous line she said from the trailer, the one who definitely points out just how much of a villain she is. It's important not to lose sight on who you are. But the moment you take your own ambitions before my own, you discard your happiness. This is not a threat. This is simple, the truth. And then the Salem faction reveals that Ozpin is alive. And we then see the famous scene where she screamed in the opening, as she screams up in anger. I'm actually very surprised she does that. Osmond cannot kill Salem, so why is she freaking out? Although technically I don't think she's freaking out over that Osmond is alive. I think she's just, well, no, I said that wrong. What I meant to say that she's not freaking out that Osmond is alive is the fact that Osmond can't kill her. But she also cannot kill Osmond. So I think what I'm really trying to say is she's just freaking out that no matter what, she just cannot get rid of him. And that is what that freakout is. Finally, the Rwby gang meets up with a cottage where they hear a crying girl, or what I presume is a crying girl. Whatever is happening, I don't know. As I said before, this was a despair of an episode. It doesn't mean it was bad, but it was filled with despair. Now, I'm actually more worried than ever. How is this volume gonna end? Given the opening, it's very likely that we are not gonna see a happy ending. And given that people like despair, it's very likely that I will be the only one who will not like the ending. However, strangely enough, I am not mad at Osmond. No, I am mad at Team Rwby for all this, especially Yang. They are shooing out Osmond, while I think they are missing the bigger picture. And I think Maria is actually the only one who is seeing the bigger picture. It is true, Osmond do not have a way to defeat Salem, and he is ashamed of that. And yes, he did hide himself inside of Oscar, who is also having an identity crisis, which is also calling back to the opening where he is actually comparing himself to Osmond's other reincarnations. However, Maria said that they had to get a move on. And she is shocked about humanity's second life. And while Yang is shooing out Osmond for there's so much who did not tell them, to be frank, would they really have believed him if he did? Second of all, the Jinn said, Osmond cannot kill Salem. That doesn't mean yet that the rest cannot. And also, even if it means that Salem is unbeatable, no. Even if it means Salem is undestroyable, it doesn't mean she is unbeatable. Remember what the gods said. The day she feels the weight of life, the day she understands the value of it, will be the day her immortality ceases and she will die. Don't they understand what that means? The only way to defeat her is not in battle. It's by uniting yourself. She has no empathy for the humanity life, and she always says that they're easy to break. But now she has lost much, and she is getting angry at that. Because that is proving something she does not believe in. It is proving that humanity and the Faunas can unite together. And right now, Team Rwby is not united. They are against Osmond. Not only is that summoning Grimm, they are basically playing into Salem's hand. They are not understanding that. At least that's how I see all of this. Could be wrong. However, the writers now have a very difficult journey ahead of them. How are they gonna solve this? It's very likely that once John hears this, he is gonna show that picture we saw in the opening. So yeah, will the Team Rwby ever forgive Osmond? Will Osmond resurface? And will there ever be any light in this emotional heavy volume? Well, it better. Volume 5 ended for the first time in ever on a happy note. So please give me a happy one again. Give me your thoughts if you have any.